Hey, what's up, guys? That is right. We are going to be going through 1,000 Eisenhower dollars, guys. 1,000 Ikes. That's what we're doing today. We are going to be looking for all sorts of things like die cracks. We're going to be looking for doubling. We're going to be looking for varieties and all sorts of stuff, guys. 1,000 Eisenhower dollars. Let's get into it, guys. 1,000 Ikes starting now. Let's get them stacked, sorted, and let's start going through them. Well, 1,000 Ikes and only one is 1973. And that's right there. That's a 1973D. That is the only one that is a 73 out of 1,000 Ikes, which honestly is a little surprising. Now, obviously, I expected these 73s to be the smallest pile because it is the lowest mintage. In 71, there were over 100 million. In 72, like 175 million or something like that. In 73, between the P's and the D's, there were only like, you know, what was it, like 3.5, 4 million? Something. I think it was like less than 2 million per mint, which is crazy. I know they were the same number. I just don't remember what it was, like 1.8 or 1.9 or something like that. I'd have to look it up, but I know it's under 2 million. And each mint had the exact same mintage. In 74, you know, they had quite a few, but it was much lower than 71 and 72. So you expected the 74 pile to be smaller. And then, of course, in 76, I mean, you know, there were hundreds of millions because they were minting these in both 75 and 76. If you notice, there's no 75 pile right here. In 77, you know, 78, the mintages were much, much lower. Well under, you know, 50 million per mint, if I remember correctly. Now, I did find, out of all these, I did find one 78S, which was really cool, but I didn't find any silver. And there would be no silver in 77 and 78. So my only chance of finding a 40% silver would have been a blue Ike, which is between 71 and 74, or a 76 from the bicentennial sets, which I did not find. So no silver, but we're going to go ahead and go through these and look for errors. I'm not going to show you the entire process because, yeah, it's 1,000 Ikes. It's going to take forever. So, you know, I will do little breaks here and there, and we will show them to you as we go through and as we find anything, and you'll see the pile kind of dwindle and dwindle. So let's get into it. Well, guys, it does appear we found our first variety. It's not really an error, it's just a variety in the die. They only made about 500,000 to 1 million of these is the estimated number. But a couple of things to look at. This is actually called the Friendly Eagle variety, which is really cool. This is on the 71Ds. There's a bit of modification to the Golf right here. There's this, on the original die, there's this big thing that sticks out on the Type 2, which is the common one. On the Type 1, which is also known as a Friendly Eagle, it's more of this. And then there's less definition up here on the Friendly Eagle, and then less definition here. On the Eagle itself, the reason that it's called the Friendly Eagle is because if you look at the eye, if you look above a normal 71, in fact, I'll show you right here. Check this out. You can see that the Eagle has this impression right here. It's like a brow, if you will. That brow is actually missing from the Friendly Eagle, which gives it more of a friendly appearance instead of more like, you know. But that is actually the Friendly Eagle. So we did find a 71 Friendly Eagle. Condition-wise, it's not the best, but, you know, it is a Friendly Eagle, so we are going to keep it. You can see on the front, it's got a lot of hits, a lot of wear, things like that. But very, very, you know, very cool to find one. So our first one. Well, that concludes the 71s. We did find 2 Friendly Eagles, but we got a ton of 72s to go through. Now, I'm going to be looking for any kind of errors varieties like die cracks or things like that, but primarily what I'm going to be looking at is Type 2 and Type 3. So there are 3 different types of reverses on the 72P. I'm going to be looking for Type 2 and Type 3 of the 72P and see if we can get lucky and find some of those. But let's get into them, guys. It is 1972 time. Alrighty, guys, we've been through a few piles, and I've actually found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Type 3s, which I'm pretty excited about. Now, a couple of these are actually in pretty decent shape. A couple of them are pretty rough. We'll go ahead and check them out, at least one of them under the coin cam. This one right here, actually, we'll just take a look at it. And, guys, what we're looking for with Type 3 is obviously, you know, we are looking at the Earth. So the planet Earth right here. With the Type 3, this is after basically they started with the stronger steel dyes. There's a much more defined set of islands under Florida right here. And then Florida is much more defined itself. Rather than like a muddled clump, it's much more defined. But on the Type 1, the island under Florida right here literally stops right here. So all this extra stuff right here, that's pretty much what you see on every Type 3. So pretty cool. But we, like I said, we actually found a few of those. So we'll just put another one under there. You can see we got that same thing going on with this one. And we got that same thing going on with this one as well as these other 3. So we have found some Type 3s. No Type 2s yet. No Type 2s yet. But we're going to keep going and see if we can find some Type 2s. I haven't found any sort of die cracks or doubling or anything like that. Unfortunately, I was hoping to find some by this point between the 71s and the 72s that we've already been through. But hey, let's keep going. Let's see if we can find any more Type 3s and hopefully some Type 2s. Alrighty, guys, a little bit of an update. We have actually now found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 Type 3s. Now, a little bit more common than I thought they were going to be, but guys, that's not the exciting part. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, I'm excited to have those, but check this out. We have actually found ourselves our first Type 2. Let's go over to the coin cam, guys, and check this thing out. This is really cool. So here we go with the coin cam. There is planet Earth. Now, the thing to look for with the Type 2 is the Earth looks very muddled, almost like it's completely worn down. But the biggest thing to look for in the Type 2 is there are no islands under Florida whatsoever. They're just totally gone. As you can see, that is the case with this one. It's just a very muddled image. So guys, that is a really cool find. Now, as far as condition is concerned, we'll go ahead and zoom out and just take a look at it. It's got some wear to it. But even with some wear, it's still really cool to find one. Let's move this coin arrow out of the way. So here we go. And flip it over to the obverse. You can see it's got some marks and hits, a little bit of discoloration. Obviously not, you don't want to clean these. I mean, you don't clean coins. It's just crazy. But very, very cool to find a Type 2. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's actually really cool. So finding even one Type 2, I'm pretty excited about. Still haven't found any die errors or varieties or things like that, but we're going to keep going. We're going to keep searching. But having a Type 2 and a bunch of Type 3s, that is really, really cool. We're definitely going to keep these aside. Okay, guys, quick update. Really excited. I've actually found a second 72 Type 2, which is really cool. So we've got two 72 Type 2s. We got a stack of 72 Type 3s. I think it's actually now a total of 4, 7, 11, 16. So 16 Type 3s and 2 Type 2s out of all of those. So not too bad given how many we had. Very cool. So the fact that we found even one Type 2 is pretty cool, but 2 is really awesome. We have only one 73 in this whole mess. We are going to keep the 73 because it's a 73 and they are far and away the lowest mintage. We're going to get started on the 74s. Now, there's no varieties specifically that I'm looking for in the 74s. So I'm going to be looking for die cracks, for rotated, for any sort of clashes or anything like that, doubling, even machine doubling, just looking for anything really cool. So we're going to go ahead and check our 74s and see if we can find something cool. And then we're going to move on to the massive pile of 76s. This is the 74s. This is the 76s. Wow. Okay, guys, it's been a minute. I went through all the 74s and found basically nothing worth showing you. I've been through a few piles of 76. I finally found something. It's not very much, but it's something. I haven't found anything in a while. I mean, it's probably been an hour since my last update. So we're going to go ahead and show you this under the coin cam. Now, it's really not much. In fact, we're going to zoom in a little bit just so we can see it. But we do have a little bit of doubling in the word dollar here. Now, it's not very much. It's not very strong, but it is doubling. You can see the doubling right there in the D. You can see it in the O as well, and right here also. So we do have a little bit of doubling on the back of that now, but we have E and the N right here and the O as well. So pretty cool that I found something finally after everything that was there. In fact, you can see all the 74s are gone, some of the 76s. So we're going to keep looking. Hopefully we'll find something else soon. Okay, guys, I took a little break, but I found a couple of things I wanted to show you under the scope. So let's go ahead and swap. We had that one under that we found earlier. So in this one here, we'll go over to the coin camera here. You can see that we have a little bit of doubling going on. At the bottom of the L's, it's very, very pronounced. But you can see there's a little bit extra in the A here, in the bottom of the O. And then if we slide it over, you can see in the D as well. And then if we slide it over even more, you can see in the E right here. you have a little bit more as well. So like right here, now this could be a machine issue. I'm not 100% on this because there's nothing in the N, nothing in the O. And then the way that it's doubled, it doesn't really look like a double die, more as like part of the L was kind of pressed down on the die, kind of like the planchet shifted as it was being pressed. Not 100% on that one. I'm going to look on Variety Vista because I do believe they have a list of double die reverses and obverses for Ikes and see if we can find something. But, you know, something I was thinking about as I was going through these, this is really the first doubling I found at all. So the 71s and the 72s and, you know, the 173 and then the 74s, nothing. And then, you know, I found a couple of different doublings on the 76s, but I had a ton more 76s, so that could be why. Now, this other one that I found, which is really cool, I have a grease strike through error on this L. So check that out. You can see we got a strong LA and R right here, but this L right here, it's like there was a grease strike error right there, so it wasn't really struck out. That's the only thing on this one, but really, really cool find as well. So we're going to keep that one aside. We're going to label that. And, you know, we'll do something with it. But I'm glad I found a couple of different things. We have a few stacks left here if we look at the desk. You can see these are 76s. So we're going to go ahead and get into those and see if we can find something else real quick. And we will get back to you when we're done. Okay, guys, so we found a couple more. Now, I did look up on Variety Vista while we were gone. And it does appear that all of the doublings that I found have all been machined for sure. But we've still found a few things, so let's go over to the coin scope. We'll take a look at our last. We are done with the 76s. As you can see, the pile is gone. All we have left are 77s and 78s. Okay, guys, looking here at the word dollar, you can see we have some machine doubling here, going through the letters. And with that first one that I showed you earlier where I thought it might be machine doubling because of the way the L's look, I was correct. Like I said, I checked on Variety Vista, but you have some doubling here inside the R as well. And then over here on 1, you can see doubling obviously in the O and the N. Right there and in the E, but still we're going to keep that because it is a double, even though it is machine doubling. On to the next one. Let's see, we have what did I pull this one up for? Let's see if it's on the obverse. On the obverse, okay, we do have a little bit of doubling here in W and E. So you can see a little bit here in T and S as well. But again, this is machine doubling, but it's a little bit of doubling, but nothing major. And then we have one more to take a look at. And once again, you can see we have some doubling here in the O and the D, you know, stuff like that. So, I mean, not a whole lot in the way of really cool stuff right there. Not a whole lot in the way of really cool stuff. But, you know, it was cool to find a few things with the 76s. But as you can see, guys, we are not done. I still have the 77s and the 78s to go through, so we are going to fly through those. Alrighty, guys, literally nothing in the 77s. All we have left are 20, 40, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 71 78s. So we're going to go through these 78s. Hopefully we find something other than that. We are almost done, so we're finishing up with this video. We're going to go through these, see if we can't find anything, guys. I will talk to you soon. I'm going to go through these 78s, and hopefully I find something I can stop and show you. Alrighty, guys, that is what going through 1,000 Ikes looked like. That is a lot of Ikes, and it took a while, but you know what? It was fun. It was worth it because we did find some stuff. Now, we found ourselves a pretty good stack of 72 Type 3s, which I'm pretty excited about. We found ourselves 2 72 Type 2s, which I'm super excited about. In this 73D, we found, what did we find in the 73D right here? Oh, it's just a 73. We're going to keep it. In 71, we did find a couple of different things. We found the 78 proof, which I'm pretty excited about. And then in 76, we found the 1 grease strike through air. We found some machine doubling as well. So some different stuff. I mean, you know, a little bit more than I actually thought we were going to find, specifically because we had so many of the Type 2s, or I'm sorry, the Type 3s in the 72, plus the 2 Type 2s was, you know, mind-blowing. So very cool, guys. Very awesome hunt. Thank you so much for joining me. We will see you in the next one. Peace. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and check out the video I left right there for you. And if you haven't done so yet, check out Cool Stacks as well. We will see you in the next video.